Abrams, how do you feel about being inducted into the Oregon Music Hall of Fame?
Well, I was blindsided when Terry called me, told me about it. I'm no words to say how grateful I am, and to be included with this roster of artists that are on tonight too. It's just it's good to be. You know, when you set out to be a musician, you can't look for rewards, or else you won't be true to your music. So you do your thing, and if people come and appreciate what you do, or you get an award like this, it just makes it sweeter. Simple as that. And I'm walking on air tonight.
Why the trumpet?
It's a long story. You're not going to get into it short, but I'll try to make it short. When I was, I lived in Hollywood. My folks were dancers, not professional dancers, just let's go out to dance. So I used to get babysitters for me, and they go do the dance. And we live in Hollywood, California, and the Hollywood Palladium opened up, which was the big thing there. One time when they took me, said, "Well, tonight you're getting off the suspenders. I wore suspenders. Tonight you're going to grow up." Got me a belt, a suit, and they took me with them to the Hollywood Palladium this particular night. And Harry James was playing there. We walked in. And I can remember, and I can't remember something yesterday, but I can remember that. He was playing the hunt trumpet, he had tux on, the band was cooking, they were playing trumpet blues, and for some reason, before that, I wanted to be a cop or a fireman, well, not what kids want to be. And after went home that night, and I said, "Dad, I want to be a trumpet player, I want to be a musician." That was it. It was a trumpet, all because of Harry.
Did you ever get to meet him?
Many times. That first night I did, but I was too scared to talk to him. I went down to the front and looked at him. He said, "Yes." And I just stood there and walked away, almost crying. Walked back to my... the Palladium was a place that you could bring young children in if you were with parents. And they had a section where, you know, even if you served drinks, you're with your parents. It was okay. Then I met him again at another place. He was doing an interview on a radio station called KFI in Hollywood, and I rode my bike up all the way from about 4 miles away to get his autograph. And I was waiting outside the store for the station to come out, and he came out, and I could hardly talk to him again. I just was awed of this guy, but got his autograph and all that kind of stuff, and then met him again one more time when I was a professional musician, and we talked a little bit about music, talked about his band, and that was a year before he went to Vegas. He was at Knott's Berry Farm. It was at Disneyland in California, and he was on one pavilion. Count Basie was another pavilion, but he didn't look good that night. My wife says, "Well, I don't know if he's very well done," and he died a year later in Vegas. So I had a chance to see him for the last time, but he still played good trumpet. That's my guy. That's the reason. I'm in the business.
Did he ever get to see you play?
Nope.
What do you think he would say if he'd have?
I don't know. He was a very kind man. So as rotten as I could be, he would probably say, "Keep it up," knowing Harry, you know.
Wow, that's a great story.
Yeah, that's my idol still today, you know. Even though I have other idols, you know, I never met Chet Baker, and other ones were Roy Eldridge in the old days, and of course Doc Severinsen, who's still playing today, believe it or not.
Do you feel like there are people who watch you play that have the same impact?
I don't think I'm an idol to anybody, but I think I have some fans. My band, my Swing Machine Big Band, has been together for, I guess we started in 1990, and it's still going. So we didn't think it would last long, but because of an audience, we're there still. So
you obviously are still very much into what you do. Once you
love
heard
it.
Harry James that did it, right?
Yeah, I don't know what else I would do.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I have a wife that has never, ever said to me, "Why don't you get a real job?" You know? She's beautiful. She's an orchestra wife, so when you said you don't mind waiting, that's cool, you know.
That's great. Anything else you'd like to share about being inducted into the
I
organization?
just want to thank the board members, of course, which I will in there, of course, and Terry Courier, who I've known for so long, who's probably one of the gems, a musician's best friend, who, through the pandemic and everything like that, he's kept his shop going, kept his crew on when I know he couldn't afford to hire all those people. Just a beautiful man. I can't say too much about Terry Courier. I wish everybody could be like that, you know. And this world is so full of hate. I want to get on the soapbox because this is that all musicians, for me, I think, have an obligation all over the world to keep the message positive and stop this gender bashing, religion bashing. In all the years I've been around, this is the worst I've ever seen hatred in the United States. And I think we may not stamp it out as musicians, but we should do everything we can to keep that word of love out there. So.